right, standing by. We are live. It is happening. Stand by.
Okay.
It's they hear you. We are live in 4 minutes, 38 seconds.
Okay.
It's coming in.
The countdown is here.
Countdown is here. You should be able to see that. Where am I? Bring that up. I want to bring that up. And we are going to highlight that.
I'm just going to mute my phone just to
Yes.
make sure
Yeah.
no calls interrupt.
That's a good idea.
Yeah.
All right. Getting ready. Getting ready. All right, everybody. I'm going to mute this line as well. And I should have everything, let's see, situated. FaceTime, cam link. Why is that not happening right there? Solo shot. Yeah. I'll try. All right. The day has arrived, ladies and gentlemen. We are live on Facebook. We'll be going live in about 3 minutes with the fantastic, the incomparable Christina Maddox, international wedding planner, international wedding advisor. You guys are in for a treat. I feel so unworthy right now. Wow. Wow. She's standing by in the green room. Standing by. We're just getting everything set to receive Christina Maddox. Wow. Thank you so much. All right. My wife is saying she doesn't know that we're live. That all of Facebook just heard you say, the world. My wife is bringing dinner home, everybody.
Tell your wife I said hello.
She can hear you. She hears you. Let's see if I can. Facebook camera. I guess I should download. Let's put that on there. I won't be using Facebook camera. I should be on the live. Let's see. 1 minute. Everybody, getting everything situated here. Still don't like that shot though. And of course, that's the alarm going off. All right, everybody, 1 minute. Christina Maddox is patiently standing by, waiting for all of you to chime in, to log in, and get your tea, get your coffee, get your smoothie. And we are standing by as we begin to launch this fantastic conversation with Christina Maddox. And you guys are in for a treat, I tell you. Let's see here. Let's see. All right. 30 seconds to lift off. Hope everybody's having a fantastic Saturday as we wind down the weekend here. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are live. Thank you so much for joining us with Kirby and Friends. Listen, this is long awaited. I am so excited for you guys to be here for this one. Man, standing by in the green room is the one and only incomparable, one of the best wedding planners, travel agents, that I've ever had the opportunity to work with. Her smile is infectious. She has a caring personality. Let me run down just a few of the things that Miss Maddox has done here. I want to get this right here. Listen, she is 2009, 2010 Editor's Choice Award Wedding Professional of the Year, Party and Wedding Planner of the Year, Martha Stewart Bride's Choice Award for Wedding Planner of the Year, Philadelphia Best Wedding Planner of the Year, Certified Mexico Destination Wedding Planner, Award Winning Planner of the Year, Certified Master Wedding Planner, Award Philadelphia Wedding Planner of the Year, Award Wedding and Honeymoon Specialist of the Year, Award Philadelphia Wedding Planner of the Year, Delaware State Director, National Association of Bridal Consultants, Award Winning Specialist of the Year, the Knott's Best of Weddings Award, Philadelphia Event Planner of the Year, 2020 inducted into the International Society of Female Professionals, and in 2021 International Association of Destination Wedding Professionals of the Year. Ladies and gentlemen, if that is not enough, please welcome my friend, Christina Maddox. Come on in here, Miss Maddox. Um, we have been so patiently awaiting for you, Miss Maddox, international wedding planner, international travel advisor. Um, wow, God bless you. Um, how you doing?
I'm doing great. God is good. Happy Saturday. Thank you, Kevin, so much for having me. When I was reading my resume, I says, "My God, I've been busy."
Yes, quite quite busy. And listen, and rightfully so. Listen, you have been sought after um, for years. I'm sure the number of weddings are countless. All right, um, let's let's dive in.
Okay.
What's the birth? How was this born? I mean, it didn't just happen yesterday, as some might believe. So,
It did.
what was the birth of Heaven Sent Consultants?
So, my Lord. So, first and foremost, I feel so blessed that this month I am celebrating 21 years in business.
Wow.
God is just so good. Um, but I started my company. A lot of people don't know I'm a Temple University alum. And so when I graduated Temple, I actually was started working for an attorneys. I was a legal secretary for many years.
Right. Right.
And I started planning events for attorneys that was working for the firm. One of the attorneys that I was working for had asked me to plan an event that had just passed the bar. And I was so excited about that. And after planning that event, it was a lot, but I had so much fun. Now, prior to doing that, I always decorated things. I was known for the woman that always created these beautiful baskets and floral arrangements. So, me planning that event, I was like, yes, because I always had a knack for that.
Okay.
But I actually liked planning that event more than writing uh, briefs and pleadings and filing motions for the attorneys, which I also always had to do for the court,
Okay.
especially for the cases. But the attorney said to me that it was the look that I had on my face while I was at that event, said that they had never seen me happier.
Okay.
while I was in the midst of planning that,
Okay.
and had literally a sidebar conversation with me the following Monday.
Right.
Everyone talked about the event. Um, it was just really seamless. I
Wow.
planned it, facilitated, decorated. I was a one woman show.
Okay. Wow. Wow.
I was exhausted. Okay. So I planned this huge event for the attorneys. It was 200 people, but when I tell you, it was just awesome. We had glow lights. It was just a ball. I had a ball.
Okay.
Um, and I really loved that. And, the attorney said to me, like, Christina, you really have a knack for that.
Okay.
And you should probably, he was like, listen, we love you here at the firm, but seeing you plan that event, we all was talking about, have you ever seen her this happy? Like, look at her.
Yeah.
She doesn't look like this in the office.
Okay.
And he was right. And so right after that, I searched at Temple University, my alumni, but I searched at that time, Temple University took event planning as a serious career.
Right.
So I decided to initially go back for event planning. Not, a lot of people think that I initially went for wedding planning. I didn't.
Oh.
I initially got my certification from Temple as an event planner.
Okay.
And then while I was actually planning events, it was someone says, hey, do you do weddings? And I kind of winged it because no, initially I didn't, but I said yes.
Okay.
I
Okay.
said yes. And so then I said, I should probably go back and get my certification in wedding planning.
Okay.
So in the midst of me going back to school, I went a year to get my certification in event planning.
Okay.
And then I went a year to get my certification at Temple in wedding planning.
Right.
And during that time, I was actually planning weddings while I was in school at Temple getting my certification.
Okay.
So I was kind of nervous about that because I had a very heavy work schedule. Like I was working full time at the firm and then, going to school at night and on Saturdays at Temple University. And then I decided to take it a step further, to go back to Temple and get my certification in meeting planning. And then the last thing I did is I got my certification in interior design. So
Right.
I am also an interior designer. But the reason why I wanted to go for interior design, it was because I wanted to create spaces out of nothing.
Wow.
And not people's homes, because although I am a certified interior designer,
Okay.
I did that for just creating empty spaces. My thing is, my mom is a retired teacher, and she always said to me, Christina, if you get your paper right, no one can ever take that away from you.
Yes.
So that stuck. So
Okay.
yes, I went back to Temple 4 additional years.
Oh
So
wow.
I have a BBA in business administration,
Wow.
and then 4 certifications from Temple.
So your journey was inevitable here. Your journey was inevitable here, is what you're saying. The passion that you have, okay, the
Yeah,
commitment that you have. I know from working with you, I have witnessed both the compassion, the passion in what you do, and the
yeah,
commitment to your clients. Um, let's talk about your client. You know, people know me now. That people know that Quan and LaQuisha are two of my favorite people. They are forever my bride and groom. So,
hmm hmm
so,
hmm
so, okay. Um, here we are, Christina, Maddox, Quan and LaQuisha have just, Quan has just proposed to LaQuisha, and they are looking for a wedding planner. And somebody told them, you need to check out Christina Maddox. What happens? What happens with
Um,
Quan and LaQuisha when they come see Christina?
so first and foremost, I asked them, what is one? How many guests are you planning to invite?
Right.
That's crucial, right?
Okay.
Um, what is your budget?
Yes.
That is very crucial. And
They got
what is
$2. Listen, they got $2, Miss Maddox. You know how this go. All
yes,
right, go ahead.
but diving in more,
All right,
and this is when I really connect with the bride and groom. What are your must-haves?
right,
Right? Because sometimes, you have brides that says, "Yeah, my fiance, he's not really into the wedding thing. It's all about me." But then when I ask that question,
right,
sometimes brides and grooms, they don't realize that, hey, listen, he has an opinion
right.
about what he wanted
Absolutely.
for his day. And then sometimes it's the bride that didn't convey that to her groom.
Right.
And so that's being unveiled in front of me, which is great. I love that, because I feed off of that. Kevin, I am not one of those wedding planners that says, "Oh yes, this is what I envisioned for your day."
Right.
No, that's why I have questions that I've created now in the course of 21 years, because I've had questions in the beginning, and then, as planning process have gone on, I've changed and
Right.
tweaked, and you always want to cultivate your craft in the midst of you working and planning. So that's what I've done. And so my question area is initially 30 minutes. So
Okay.
it's a 30-minute question, and then I present to the brides and grooms their options. And the options are, how much wedding planner do they want, and then how much wedding planner can they afford?
Right.
Right? Is that fair?
Yes.
And then I also have to understand there are some brides out there that want to kind of like do it yourself. So some brides want to be really hands on,
Okay.
and they don't need a full service planner. And so I have options for those brides that want to really be the planner themselves. And but also at some point, if you are the bride, you have to turn off being the DIY planner and actually step in that role of being the bride. And what I've noticed is my DIY brides, they are normally getting stressed out
Okay.
around 4 months before the wedding.
Right.
4 months before the wedding, they're stressed out, because here's the thing, and this is one of the things that I've always mentioned to brides and grooms that have did a DIY situation.
Okay.
Yes, they may have already have a location. They may already have vendors, right? And that's great. But they need someone to create the actual day. And that is what I'm an expert at.
Okay. Creating the day.
Kevin, you and I have worked together, so you have actually seen my timeline, right? So my
Yes. Yes.
so my timelines are very intricate.
Yes.
I'm known for attention to details. My timelines can go anywhere from 15 to 30-minute increments,
Hmm.
depending on the complexity of the day,
Okay.
right?
Right.
So then in addition to that, then I'm letting all the professionals know that at that point, if it's a DIY bride, that I'm the facilitator of the day. I will be sending you the actual timeline so you know everything that's going on. And I normally send that out normally 2.5 weeks before the wedding. And that's ample time for all the vendor professionals to contact me with any questions. And that's one of the reasons why, because they have the timeline so far in advance, like there's no miscommunication,
Yes.
because that's all ironed out, right? That's
Right.
and you can say, yes, this is resonating with you because you and I have worked together and you know my style,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
So all of that, those kinks, I like to call, all those kinks are worked out prior to the day. And then, the bride and groom is having the rehearsal with at that time they're meeting the entire team, because I'm not a one-woman show.
Yes.
Um, and it just flows very nicely.
Fantastic.
um,
Fantastic team. Fantastic team. I have worked with your team. Fantastic team. I don't want to listen. I don't want to gloss over the team. I'm sorry to interrupt you, but I do
that's
not want to gloss over the team at this moment. Fantastic, integral, on point, polite, hospitable, detailed, knows what's happening. Christina does not have to be in the room to run the show when her team is there. Awesome to work with. Fantastic team. So shout out to the team over at Heaven
Team
Sent.
Heaven Sent.
All right.
Team Heaven
Shout
Sent.
out.
Yes.
Team Heaven Sent. Absolutely fantastic, dynamic, and you should be applauded today as well. You mentioned vendors.
Yes.
Talk to me about, now I know this is, listen, talk to me about what vendors, what types of vendors does Heaven Sent, does Christina like to work with? What does it take for a vendor to be in Christina's good graces, to qualify to work
Um,
with, with
so,
greatness?
so first and foremost, I always ask my vendors if they have a website.
Okay.
That's crucial. It's crucial because someone needs to be able to actually see your work.
Right.
And when I've had vendors reach out to me and they say, no, I don't have a website yet, I'm working on that.
Mm-hmm.
I can't add you onto my database. You understand? Like, that's really crucial
Okay.
because that's kind of like the blueprint that brides and grooms need to see. Like,
Mm-hmm.
what do you bring to the table?
Exactly.
You know, your website is your work.
Right.
You have to have, and the website needs to actually show everything that you offer.
Yes.
Sometimes I notice vendors feel as though they really don't have to invest in a website because everything is on social media now.
Right.
Not so. A
Okay.
social, if you don't have a brick and mortar, then
Yes.
you need to have a website
Yes.
because your website is your virtual brick and mortar.
Yes. Okay.
It is.
Okay.
That's key. Secondly, they need to have, you know, responses from people that actually have worked for you, worked with you, worked for you.
Recommendation.
Um, yes, and that should be on your website as well.
Mm-hmm.
I always ask my clients to give me reviews. Our reviews are not just on our social media pages, but our reviews are right on our website. And, when I have clients and they misspell a review, I don't taint that because that's their words. And I put their review because their review is how they felt about the service that I provided to them.
Mm-hmm.
So I put exactly what they say right on my site. I really truly do. Sometimes they give me reviews in a handwritten card, and,
Mm-hmm.
and I love that because a lot of times people don't get handwritten cards today.
Yeah.
Everybody's so tech savvy, right?
Yeah.
but if you take the time to actually write a thank you note to me, you got my heart.
Now, as you know, I occupy the DJ space. So just for
Yes.
those that are listening, okay, before we move further, because we got a lot to cover, we want to talk about what you're currently doing, want to talk about this travel advisory, this international travel advisory
Yeah.
that basically means wherever you want to go, y'all, wherever you want to go. All right. Christina can get you there. But before we move into that, because I occupy this DJ space, talk to me about the value of a good DJ, and in your opinion, what makes a good DJ at your event. Don't talk
value.
about me though. I mean,
No,
unless you
no,
want
no.
to.
No, I mean you and I work together, but the value of a good DJ is someone that is willing, and I'm being completely honest,
Okay.
someone that is willing to work with a wedding planner. And the reason why that's crucial because some DJs and I've said this to brides and grooms. So I've planned 350 weddings in the tri-state area.
Wow.
So there have been times where I've had couples where, and I said to them, he's not really a wedding DJ, right? And they says, oh, but that's not really important. No, it's really crucial because if you have a DJ that don't really want to take direction, and the
Yeah.
DJ is like, I'm going to do my own thing,
Mm-hmm.
that's an event that's not going to really go smooth.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
And so, have I had to work with DJs that brides and grooms says, he's a family friend, he's a cousin, like I have to work with them?
Yes.
Yes, I have had to do that. Have I had to have instances where I had to talk to the DJs in the midst of the wedding and the reception? Yes, because the thing of it is, the music that the bride and grooms have conveyed that they wanted in the course of their day,
Mm-hmm.
as you know, Kevin, that's all in the actual timeline,
Yes.
right? So
Yes.
I've had DJs that want to do their own thing, and they're playing music other than what the bride and groom have chosen.
Right.
And so what happens is the bride and groom, they're having sidebar conversations with me during their reception, and
Mm-hmm.
they're like, Christina, they're not playing any of the songs that we chose. And so then I have to then have a sidebar conversation in the midst of, you have 200 sets of eyes looking at you and everybody dancing. That is the wrong time to have that kind of conversation.
Mm-hmm.
And have I had to have it? Yes. Like, please play the songs that's on the list, because the bride and groom have taken their time to pick the songs that they want to be played.
Yes. Yeah. So for all my DJ friends and all my DJs that are in the business, listen, if you want to level up, right? This is coming from a international wedding planner, someone at the top of the game. If you're trying to get to the top of the game in the DJ world, and to work with people like a Christina Maddox, right? This is how you level up, right? That she's offering a master class in how you level up. Get a website, okay? Be amendable, be adaptable, okay? Play the songs that your client is asking you for. I'm not sure still why that's a problem for a lot of DJs. but
But quite honestly, Kevin, it really truly is.
yeah, I
It
get.
is. And here's the other really important thing. I'm not a DJ.
Right.
So it is crucial that I work with a DJ, because listen, after the planning, the DJ is the one that's responsible for your party.
Wow.
So, right?
Hmm.
So the other part of it, a lot of DJs don't have their insurances in place. Why is that important?
Why is that?
Okay. Because I had a DJ that I work with where his equipment was malfunctioning. It's like a clipping,
Oh,
right? So what was happening was his equipment was overheating. And in the midst of the reception, his music clipped 4 times. And then what happened was there was like almost like an hour left of the reception.
mm-hmm.
His equipment overheated that much, he couldn't get it back on. And so the banquet manager decided to cut the reception that the bride and groom paid for, because he couldn't get his equipment to work.
Right.
And by his equipment clipping, their concern was this may start a fire.
Yes.
Now, I said to the bride and groom, after I had the conversation with the DJ, I called them and I says, listen, I didn't have a good conversation with the bride and groom. I understand
Okay.
that he is your cousin,
Mm-hmm.
but I really think you should go with my DJ that said this, that he's available
Mm-hmm.
for your date and the hours, and everything was already negotiated.
Okay.
I really think you should go with him. Number one, all my DJs are professional.
Yes.
So the cousin DJ showed up in jeans. Okay.
Ooh.
And so what had happened, Kevin,
Wow.
is while he was setting up,
Yes.
okay, I said, okay, great. Everything is set up. I said, are you going to change? He said, change.
Forgive me for
What are you
laughing. It's just as funny. Okay. Go
dressed?
ahead. Go ahead.
This reception is black tie.
Right.
Did you not see that on the invitations?
Wow.
He was like, yeah, no, it's my cousin.
Wow.
We're good, right? He says, we're good. his cousin, the bride, she
Right.
said, Christina, can you ask my cousin to go put on his suit? And I said to her, your cousin said that is his attire for your event. When I tell you she could have spit fire, and it just kept going downhill from there, Kevin.
I'm sure you have 1,000 stories uh, when occupying this space, man. There's 1,000 different stories that if you talk to anybody in this space, man, we got stories. And I certainly love Christina's stories. We could talk forever. Um,
My business attorney told me to write a book.
right? You should. We should. We can all do a collabo on the hospitality space. So listen, not only are you a wedding planner, okay? I'm sorry, an international wedding planner. You are an international travel advisor. Talk to me about that. Um, um, what is it? What do you do? How do you resolve your clients' issues?
So I'm going to talk about the difference between a travel agent and
Okay,
an international travel advisor,
gotcha.
because there is a difference,
Yeah.
right? So when you are an international travel advisor, you have the relationships with the national account managers. So when someone says, Christina, I want to go to Dubai, I want to go to Morocco, I
Oh,
want to go to Maldives,
okay.
I want to do a cruise, I want to go to Mexico,
Right.
Bahamas, Jamaica, Aruba. I already have those relationships in place.
Right.
So I am not going through the reservation desk to create those vacations.
Okay.
I have the relationships with the national account manager. So I remember in the beginning of last year, I was creating a vacation
Okay.
for a group of people,
Right.
and they really couldn't believe the pricing, right? Because what I wrapped in for them was an all inclusive, right? All your food, all your drinks, all your libations, all your taxes, all your gratuities, your private car service picking you up from the airport to the resort and from the
Okay.
resort back,
Right.
all wrapped in. They couldn't believe that that was the price, right? So
Right.
they called the reservation desk, and the reservation said, we don't know of such a deal. That doesn't exist, right?
Wow.
So I had to explain to my client that the deals that I offer are not at the reservation desk. The
Right.
reservation desk finds out that Heaven Sent Travel Agency has their oceanfront room, and now you can take that off,
Okay.
you know, off because it now belongs to a Heaven Sent Travel Agency client.
Right. Oh, okay. Right. Right.
Okay. So yes, I have the
Or you just go
relationship with
straight
the
to the
national.
source. This is like
Yes,
cutting.
no middleman.
Yeah. So,
And the thing of it is, I'm no middleman and I'm no third party.
right.
So the advantages for my clients to book a vacation, they can book a vacation with only $100 down per
I got.
person.
I got $100. I got $100. Okay.
Yes, $100 down per person,
Okay.
and they can lay away their vacation with me. When you are going to an Expedia, and also I'm an Expedia travel advisor as well,
Right.
but um, the reason why I am with Expedia is because I can always beat that.
Okay. I see. I see.
That's really crucial.
Yes.
That's really, really crucial.
Wow. So anywhere in the world, almost.
Anywhere,
I'm gonna say almost. All right.
anywhere.
Okay. Anywhere in the world. Um.
Italy, Rome. And I've done honeymoons for Italy, Rome. I've done a destination wedding where it was a destination wedding in Delaware,
Mhm.
but um, I was in the planning of bringing 80 guests from Italy
Mhm.
and 80 guests from Liberia to a
Oh,
destination wedding that was happening in Philly. So, sometime as an international destination planner, I'm not always going there. Sometimes I'm bringing the clients here. in the tri-state area.
Ah, ladies and
Yeah.
gentlemen, you are getting, this is turning into a really a master class in not just weddings, but travel and how to get everything you want. So booking with Heaven Sent, you can have the wedding that you want and you can have the honeymoon that you want all in one inclusive package, cutting out all the middle sources, right? And maybe possibly saving a few extra dollars. Okay.
Hmm.
Just a few. Okay.
Yep.
Um, and that few may mean a big world of difference. All right. So here we have a one-stop shop in getting everything you could possibly want, right? And most of all, you get the expertise of Christina Maddox and her team at Heaven Sent. Okay. So you possibly cannot beat that value. All right. You get the professionalism, you get the expertise, you get the wedding you want, you get the honeymoon you want. So,
Yep.
brides and grooms, I hope that you are listening. All right. And you can go to Christina's website. You can check, listen, don't believe Mr. Kirby. I don't want y'all to believe me, man. Listen, go to Christina's website, Heaven Sent Consultants, right? Go to her Facebook page, social media. Go ahead, Christina. You can tell them.
So my website is heavensentweddings.com.
Okay, heavensentweddings.com. All right.
Yes.
Like I said, don't believe me. All right. Don't believe me. All right. Go to the website, go to the Facebook page, check the social media, and find out for yourself. Okay. Um, I am just blessed to have her here in this space to serve as a personal witness to you. Listen, I have worked with Christina. What a blessing.
Thank you.
I worked with a lot of them, y'all. Listen, they don't come as good as Miss Christina. All right. It's hard pressed to find somebody as good as Miss Christina. Now, um, I want to dive into just a little bit of your hero story. Just a little bit of your hero story. Okay.
Okay.
Because I know you have one. Okay. Um, tell me about, in this business, right? Um,
Hmm.
um, and maybe entering this business, especially starting off, what as an inspiration to somebody who might be considering, um, hey, I want to be like Christina. I want to be a wedding planner, a young lady.
Yeah.
Maybe she's 13 or 14 or 18 or 22 or maybe she's married and she's just tired and she wants to do something and she's had this burning desire to be a wedding planner. She tired of them doggone kids and she wants to, fulfill her life dream. Um, what would you say to inspire them? And
Kevin,
what were some of the challenges that you faced along the way?
so Kevin, I'm so glad you asked me that question, because I've spoke on this so many times.
Yeah.
We are in the information world where everything is right at your fingertips.
Yes.
Okay. Um, when I talk about education is key, it has to be the foundation of your business. You have to have a solid foundation. If you're trying to build something, right? Let's say they're building a building. What they do, they pour the concrete in first
Yeah.
to stabilize the building, and
Uh,
then they build from that.
right.
You have to have a solid foundation. I've seen people in the industry when I first started, and they didn't have a solid foundation, and so then they were only 2, 3 years in, and then their business was no more.
Right.
In this industry, you have to be equipped with the information, because let me tell you, the brides, they know. They know, and they've done their research. So you have to be equipped with business skills, computer skills. With my clients, I give them Excel spreadsheets
Okay.
so they can see where they are with their spending.
Okay.
So that takes, schooling.
Mhm.
And have I spoke to potential people that wanted to be wedding planners, and I said you have to get your certifications, and the response that I've gotten is I don't have time for that.
Mhm.
Christina, tell me how I can, do this quick. And I just don't have that answer for you,
Right.
because that's not the road that I took.
Okay.
It just wasn't. I went to school and got my education, and then I started my business. And
Okay.
I've seen people that try to do it the micro way, and they don't have the longevity.
Okay. So where would somebody go? Where would somebody, you
Temple,
said
you
school,
can,
to
any
get
any
that
college
foundation?
right now, any of the colleges right now have hospitality. That's what that we are in the hospitality world.
Okay.
Um, but hospitality, event planning, their certification programs. Also, in addition to that, you've mentioned I'm with the National Association of Bridal Consultants. I am the Delaware State Director.
Wow.
So under ABC, you can actually get certified as a certified planner. You can go to school under ABC virtually and get certified
Okay.
with them. Yes.
Wow. So now, t- tell us about some of the, or at least a the challenges that you had to face in this business, okay, and how you overcame them.
So initially, the challenges that I have, I know you're going to probably think this is very strange, right?
Not at all.
But I wasn't accepted
Mm.
in the African American community as a wedding
Wow.
planner. I
Wow.
wasn't.
Wow.
And quite honestly, Kevin, I was in business 5 years before I actually got hired
Mm.
by an African American client. I
Wow.
just I wasn't really received. Um, the website that I have now is my fourth website. So, my very first website, I had my work there, and I allowed my work to speak for me.
Mm.
And so then what would happen was, when I would meet with the bride and grooms, they would say, yeah, is Christina coming? you know,
Right. Right.
I'm laughing about that now, but it really wasn't funny then. And I'm like, I'm Christina.
Right.
And they
Right.
were like, no, no. Where is the Caucasian woman that I spoke to on the phone concerning my wedding?
Wow. I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
Wow.
And so then, I went through this for 5 years. And so I
So,
was doing Jewish weddings. I did a lot of Jewish weddings,
yeah.
Catholic weddings,
Right.
Presbyterian weddings,
Right.
Vietnamese, Chinese,
Right.
Buddhist. I was right. I
Right.
have planned it all,
Right.
because I also studied customs,
Okay.
um, when I was at Temple. But I did not get hired, by an African American client for the first 5 years. And I remember there was, an African American bride had called me. This was my first one. And when she found out that I was African American, she said to me, she said, quote unquote, she said, Christina, do you even work with Black people? I said, yes, I do. I do. As soon as one hire me, I promise you, I will work with them.
Man, man, that's great. It's sad sometimes. And listen, um, how did you overcome it though? I mean, you got hired, and
Yes,
and I'm sure you've done, hundreds maybe by
yes,
now,
since
but
then.
um, so how did you overcome it? I mean, okay, you first got the booking, and then was that just it? You just booked your first one, and
Well, yeah. I mean, once I got my first one, then I was actually able to have an African American person on my website.
okay,
You know what I mean?
see,
And
okay,
so that was kind of like opening the door to, more African American brides actually,
okay.
contracting me.
To see you and to see your value in this space. So again, we get back to the importance of having a website and putting
Yes,
those that putting that on your resume and posting those pictures. So because I know you, and I know you're not one dimensional, okay,
right,
and you want to do weddings for everybody. All right. I'm the same way as a DJ. I want to
right.
everybody's wedding. I want to do everybody's wedding. Um, so um, you booked your event, and you booked your first African American client, and you got over that challenge. Okay,
Right.
um, awesome, awesome. Um, so what's
But listen, I still didn't put my face on my website until this site.
ah
And this website is only 2.5 years old, almost three.
okay,
I was nervous. Listen, I was very nervous about putting who the actual owner was because I'm being honest,
right,
I didn't want my face to be a deterrent
right.
um, for anybody to hire me.
I felt like as a customer, right? As a customer, I always look at the about us page just because, I want to see, I want to know who I'm calling, who I'm working with, and
Yeah,
I've always found that as a deterrent. Like if I don't see the face, it says about us, but there's no photos. You know what I mean?
right.
And it that doesn't deter me. You know what I mean? But I just look, well, who are you? What? I don't know who I'm getting. I don't know if there's a problem, who do I run to? I don't know, you know. So I've always looked for that. So I'm glad that you added that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, for many years, clients didn't see me until the initial consultation.
Wow, wow.
And you know what? I have to tell you, other nationalities, when they saw who I was, they really embraced that
See,
because they says, wow, this brown woman created those events?
yeah, and that's another reason why I wanted to create this space. I wanted to
Yeah,
create this space for us, not solely for us, because I plan on talking to everybody, but um, you know, um, to let our community know that there are millions of us operating professionally with integrity, okay,
yeah,
um, and we care about you sincerely, and we want to do the right thing. We are doing the right thing. We're operating in the right way. We have a good foundation. The websites are up, but it does seem like sometime, you know what I mean. Um, we aren't as readily accepted in our own community. But I could preach on that moment, but I'm not. Okay,
right.
because I really want to talk about um, what is Christina Maddox doing today? Like, what's happening today? Because I know you
Um,
always busy, and I know you got something happening, right? Ladies
yes.
and gentlemen, there is not a day that Christina Maddox does not have something happening. All right. So tell tell the world, what is Christina doing today?
So I am in the midst of planning several destination weddings right now
Okay.
for my clients. And one thing I want to say, my clients always know, Kevin, that I have their best interest at heart.
Yes.
I always say that to my client. And I always say, I don't have stressed out clients on my watch.
Okay.
I've been saying that for many, many years.
Nice.
And once a client work with me, they see that. They're like, yep, you said that. I'm not going to be stressed out on my watch
Yes.
because that's my responsibility to make sure they're good and
Mm.
just to let them know, I got you.
Yes.
Um, but what I'm really excited about is I am the event planner to plan the event for Drew Hill, 25th anniversary in Punta Cana, Dominican Republic. The event is going to be held at Majestic Elegance. Majestic Elegance is a five-star, five-diamond resort. It's a phenomenal property. And I'm so excited that Drew Hill have decided to have the event at Majestic. I have very good relationships with the national account managers. As a matter of fact, I was just with the national account managers in Punta Cana um, the end of last year. Well, actually, I was in Punta Cana for my birthday. So I celebrated my birthday in Punta Cana, which was awesome. I had lunch with a couple of the account managers, and now just having this event at Majestic Elegance. And I've had a lot of clients book at Majestic in the past year. So I'm just so super excited. The event is going to be phenomenal. It's from June 23rd to June 27th. Um, a couple things that Drew Hill wanted to have happen. So they would like three things to make that I make happen at the event. One, they would like a couple to pop the question.
Oh,
So they would like somebody to get engaged
okay.
at their 25th anniversary celebration at
Okay.
Majestic. They
Okay.
are also looking for a bride and groom who wants to get married at Majestic Elegance
Proposal
between
match.
the 23rd and the 27th. And they would like somebody to renew their vows
Wow.
at Majestic Elegance. And the beauty about this is that Drew Hill will be singing for them.
What?
Can you imagine? Yes,
What?
yes. Drew Hill will be singing for the couple that's popping the question,
Right.
for the couple that is getting married at Majestic Elegance, or for the couple that is celebrating their vow renewal. Drew Hill will be singing for them.
Listen, brides and grooms, stop what you're doing right now. If you are just engaged, if you are looking for something to be popping off right now, like I can see her saying, "Babe, babe, let's go to Punta Cana." You need to get with Christina Maddox today, right? You need to book these tickets today. All right.
Yes.
If I know Christina, these tickets are not going to be available long. All right.
No, it isn't. And so let me just say this. The event, so the Majestic Elegance is a huge property, Kevin. It really truly is.
Yes.
But we were only inviting 500 people max
Okay.
to this event. And
All right.
there are rooms already being booked. Like I was booking rooms last week. So now, Monday, everyone can call me to book their room. So let me tell you how exciting I am to tell you. I'm going to tell you the price of the event
Okay.
per person. Also, I'm going to tell you who have decided to partner with this event.
All right. This is Big Scoop right here on Kirby and Friends. Big Scoop, Kirby and Friends, Christina Maddox, Heaven Sent. Let's go.
So 5 days, 4 nights, the price is $1,899. That's an all-inclusive rate.
Okay. Say that again. Say that again.
$1,899 per person.
Okay. That is amazing.
Now, let me just tell you, United Airlines have decided to partner with us on this event. And United Airlines is giving everybody a $300 air credit.
Wow.
So $1,899 per person, you get a $300 air credit. $2,799 for a couple, and you get a $600 air credit. And we're talking about, you're going to be spending the whole time with Drew Hill. We're having, we're doing a volleyball event. You can be playing volleyball on the beach with Drew Hill.
Wow.
The itinerary is like going to be so much fun. There's going to be a VIP dinner with Drew Hill, because whoever wins the volleyball tournament, and Drew Hill will be playing volleyball on the beach, you get to play volleyball with Drew Hill. So whoever wins the volleyball tournament, you get invited to have dinner with Drew Hill. How excited!
I mean,
Yes.
I would go, but I don't know how to play volleyball. But my volleyball skills are lacking. But
You get wings.
I might go to sit on the beach though and watch the game.
Yes.
Oh.
And there's also availability for a triple room for 3 people in the room. So 3 people in the room, the total cost would be $35.99 for 3 people, and you're talking about a $900 air credit.
This is amazing.
Phenomenal.
Listen,
So Monday at 8 a.m., people can start calling me to book their rooms.
say that again. Monday at
8 a.m., people can call me to start booking their rooms.
okay, um, $1,899 per person with a $300
Yes.
air credit.
Yes.
$27.99
$99 for two people in the room,
and
a $600 air credit
with American Airlines.
and with United Airlines.
Oh, United Airlines. I'm sorry.
United Airlines have decided to partner with us, and $35.99 for three people in the room, and you get a $900 air credit. So let's just say hypothetically, wherever you're coming from,
Right.
you do a round trip ticket and it's only $400. That means that you're only paying $100 for your air.
Wow. Ladies and gentlemen, international travel advisor. This is the difference between a travel agent and a travel advisor. Okay? You're not getting this anywhere. Where can they call you? Should they go to the website and get the number, or do you want to post that here?
They would actually have to call me directly. So I am the event planner. I am the travel advisor that is responsible for this event. So you have to call me directly.
All right.
My direct dial is 267-334-0301.
Okay, you're going to have to say it real slow. Somebody's writing that down. Let's give it to them again.
Everyone has to call me directly to book the 25th anniversary Drew Hill event at Majestic Elegance in Punta Cana, DR. My direct dial to call me Monday morning starting at 8 a.m. is 267-334-0301.
My. This is crazy. I just lost you for a second. Hold on. We got everything happening here. Man, we got questions in the chat. Listen, I'm not sure if you guys caught all of that, right? I'm not sure if you caught all of that, but my goodness, right? I got to change my camera angle because this is live, y'all. We doing live. All right.
We're live.
We are live and we are doing this. And I lost my backdrop, but that's okay.
Okay.
Let's see. I just had it up here. Downloads. Where'd you go? So listen, you guys need to get with Miss Maddox, right? And call the number. I know my brides are in the chat. I know everybody's going crazy. All right. We got some comments in the chat. We're going to answer some questions, and that's what we're going to interview and talk about right now while I fiddle with my with my backdrop. Hold on, because I lost it and I want to bring it back. There you go. All right. The magic of live is real.
Yes, it is.
All right. So, we got some questions in the chat that we want to entertain. That we want to entertain for the fam. I think. All right. So what we got? We're gonna squeeze that.
I see a couple of people said this is great. Isn't this phenomenal? 25 years Drew Hill is celebrating in Punta Cana, and I'm responsible.
Wow.
They could have chosen anyone. You know the huge following that they have.
They could have chosen anyone, but here's the deal: they chose you, and there's a reason. Listen, there's a reason. Listen, when I set out to do Caribbean Friends, and I want you guys to hear this completely. I was mindful about who we brought before this audience, right? I wanted to bring you the best of the best, right? Mm-hmm. Christina Maddox is one of the best of the best. It is not an accident that she has these awards. It is not an accident that she's chosen by celebrities to do these events, right? This is not an accident, right? I saw the photo with Johnny Gill, Christina. Yeah, I saw it. I saw it.
Well,
Right.
I've been planning events for celebrities for years, but
Right.
when you sign an NDA, you can't talk about it.
I know you can't, but I can talk about it because I ain't under no NDA. If they want to keep me quiet, they got to give me an NDA. So I ain't got to be quiet. But I do want to scream it from the rooftops that you are worthy, right, of all of the accolades, of all the awards. Don't be shy about that. You know what I mean? Um, and y'all need to know after I've talked with Christina Maddox, listen, I'm raising my prices. Listen, I'm raising my prices because she just brought me up a little bit. You know what I mean? If I can occupy this space with Christina, maybe I could be, hanging out with Drew Hill. I ain't never hung out with nobody. You know what I mean? So, but we want to
You
get to
can lay
some.
it away. You can lay it away.
We want to get to some of these questions in the chat. Let's start at the top. Let me go. Let me go up to the top. People been commenting. Hey, listen, we got Amelia Taylor says, "Good afternoon, cuz that's my cousin. What's going
Okay.
on, Weeze?" She got her name as Amelia, but we call her Weezy. All right. Ellen Banks Jr. says,
Ellen Banks, thank you for supporting.
"Yes, yes." All right, we got Jameer. He's
Oh,
looking
we
in.
love her.
All right, Jameer is a fantastic photographer as well. And we got my mom there, my mother in law. She says she's here too. All right, just want to point out some people who are live in the chat. My son, Kevin Kirby Jr., um, uh, he wants to ask same website for weddings and travel. Is it the same website for
Yes,
weddings and travel?
it is. And one other thing I want to add, they can also follow me, Kevin, on social media.
Okay,
So on Instagram, I'm Heaven Sent period travel agency. Also on Instagram, I'm Heaven Sent Weddings. And then on Facebook, Heaven Sent Travel Agency,
okay,
and Facebook, Heaven Sent Wedding Consultants. And they can also find me on my YouTube channel. They can just search my name, Christina Maddox, and follow my YouTube channel.
awesome. Jameer, Jameer's my son as well. He says, "How long is the program? A year? A certain amount of credits?" I think he's referring to the
It is 1 year.
okay, the program to get on as an event planner, event coordinator. The program is a year, is about a
It
year.
is 1 year. Yes.
Okay, awesome. All right. My goodness. Listen, photographer Melvin Smith. We are working on bringing Melvin Smith to this platform. Wow. Melvin
Wow.
Smith is a fantastic photographer. Please check out his social media site. And he
Okay.
says, to Christina, he says, I can be the photographer for the Drew Hill
Okay.
event. Okay. Uh,
Have them get in contact with me Monday at 8 a.m.
Melvin, give her a call. Give her a call. Melvin also says, wow. Okay. Jameer comes back. He says, hey, let me put a bid in. All right. Jameer's clowning today. All right. And Melvin adds, this is great. That's great. So look forward a phone call from photographer Melvin Smith.
Okay.
He is a fantastic, dynamic, not just person, right? Great photographer,
Mm-hmm.
right? Let's see what's going on the chat. Jameer says, as soon as Biden throw me another semi, stemmy, he's gonna book that flight.
And I see somebody asked, do you also book just vacation trips? Yes, I do.
Okay, that's Jameer, just vacation trip. So absolutely, just want to cover the chat and make sure we answer. You get all your comments and acknowledge everybody here. Do you just book? So we got that. So, of course, you can continue to ask your questions. We got Pelo Ocampo doing a great job. Christina, this
Thank
event will
you.
be amazing.
It is going to
Amazing.
be amazing. It really truly is.
Nice. Thank you, Mr. Ocampo. Um, all right. Um,
So, Kevin, I want to thank you so much for having me. I
oh,
really truly appreciate this.
stop it. Stop it. This is this is a pleasure for me. Um, I was thrilled when you said yes. You know, um,
Yes.
a lot of things I come on here and I say, we're trying to build this thing, um, and bring value, uh, information, entertainment, and education to this forum and this platform. Um, and it's my pleasure to speak with accomplished professional people in this hospitality space with integrity in the space. Okay. And you are by far at the top of that list. All right. You have done the work. It is evident. You have earned every award and accomplishment in all of the laudatory comments. Okay. And you continue to do your thing. You are worthy of all of that. And um, the world should know. The
Thank
world
you
should
so
know
much.
listen, the world should know we out here. We out here, we
Yeah.
doing big things in a big way. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And it's one of the reasons I created this platform, um, for all of us who are in this hospitality space who are doing big things, and to let everybody know. Now, um, before we close this thing out, I want to maybe ask one or two more questions for you as we begin to depart. Um, um, how, how do you see this wedding space going? What's the future of this wedding dynamic? Um, where are we going with travel, and I mean with the advent with this now this new thing that we're in, COVID plus, right? Where are
Yes.
we going with weddings, events, and travel?
So, you know, like I've been on calls with the CDC, and that's just a difference. Like, we, I know no matter where you want to travel, what's going on with COVID, and that's crucial for somebody if they're planning an event. What's closed down, what's available, what's open, what's the standard, what's the protocols. That is
Hmm.
crucial.
Right.
So, the one thing I can tell people, it is safer to book your vacations with a travel agent because we know what's going on at those locations.
Hmm.
We're on those calls and we're privy to those webinars and those Zooms every single week.
Hmm. 60 seconds. You got 60 seconds. You got 60 seconds to blow up anybody you like. Let me get my time watch out here. Let me get my time clock out here, and I'm gonna give you 60 seconds, and you got 60. Let me get it right here. You got 60 seconds. If I can manage to get it done right, you got 60 seconds to blow up anybody that you like in this hospitality space. If I can even get.
So first and foremost, I want to just really congratulate Team Heaven Sent, and also Heaven Sent Florida Division. They are just phenomenal. There's three divisions. There's the wedding planner, there's the event planner, there's the international travel advisor, and also the Florida Division. Um, Kudos to them. Kudos to all the vendors that I've worked with in the course of 21 years. It's too many to name because I have over 500 vendors because I do destination weddings all over the world. So kudos to you. I'm so happy to have worked with you and looking forward to working with you in the future and hopefully in Punta Cana as well. um, I just feel so blessed where God has my business and the next level that it's going. I'm really truly blessed. I'm just humbled. Um,
Okay.
God has ordered my steps. That's why the company is called Heaven Sent and it's not called Christina Maddox. He is the author and finisher of everything that I'm doing. And God says yes, God says no. And when God ordains it, it is to be. And so when God opens a door, no man can close. And when God closes a door, that's a door that no man can open. And that's how I've always lived my life.
10 seconds. 7.
HeavensWeddings.com, 267-334-0301. Thank you, guys.
Ladies and gentlemen, um, wherever you are, give a big round of applause to my friend, Christina Maddox. What an awesome, awesome day. Thank you so much. God bless
Thank
you.
you.
I am
God bless
clapping
you
for you.
too.
I am wrapping my arms around you, right? And we thank God for you, for occupying this space with us at Kirby and Friends. And this isn't over. We want to do this again. We want you to come back. We want you to check
Okay.
in with us and just give us some tips on what's happening in the world. Keep us abreast.
Okay.
Yeah, if you can pull yourself away from the travels, okay, if you're not taking
Okay.
pictures with all these celebrities, okay. Christina has always been accommodating, and she's filled with so much joy. I tease her when I do that, okay.
Yes,
Yes.
you do.
Yeah. uh, we're gonna say, hang out for me in the. I think I'm gonna put you back in the green room for just a second, as I say so long to the guest here, ladies and gentlemen. Um, wow. Okay, Christina has to go, so we're gonna let Christina go. Thank you so much. God bless you. Um, we are we've been so blessed to get some great information from Christina Maddox. So thank you so much for tuning in, okay, for hanging out with us here at Kirby and Friends. And that will do it for us today. Listen, God bless you. Good night. And outro. And we're out. I think we're out.